This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers. If you have an immigration problem, please get in touch with me and I'll do my best to help you. With over 24 years experience, I think now, of dealing with immigration, I hope to be able to give you an honest answer and some honest advice. Also, I'd invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification button for up-to-date videos on immigration news and case law, and anything else that I think worth talking about immigration-wise. More disturbing news from the government as the Prime Minister threatens to withdraw from the European Convention on Human Rights if the ECHR blocks the government's new plans for asylum. This is quite sad news and quite disturbing given that we were involved in the drafting of the treaty. However, the UK has been a signatory of the ECHR for more than 60 years, but now the UK government plans to exit from this historic and well-working treaty if it doesn't get what it wants, rather like a spoiled child. This move has sparked widespread criticism and concern from human rights organisations and advocacy groups and troubles me deeply. The ECHR provides vital protections for individuals in the UK and across Europe, including the right to a fair trial, the prohibition of torture and the freedom of expression. I don't think anyone could argue with the right to not be tortured. The UK government argues that leaving the ECHR will give them more freedom to determine their own human rights policy and protect national security. Similar to the Brexit lie, which meant we took back control of our borders and cost ourselves lots of money in the process. However, many experts disagree, warning that exiting from the ECHR will undermine the UK's commitments to human rights and leave individuals vulnerable to abuse and mistreatment. Critics have argued that the ECHR provides a crucial check on government power and protects the rights and freedoms of all, regardless of their religion, political belief or affiliations. Myself, I'm concerned that exiting from the ECHR would remove this important safeguard, and it's profoundly troubling that it's actually being discussed as a serious option. The UK's plans to exit from the ECHR should, in my view, be opposed by anyone with any common sense. This is a treaty that came into being after the disastrous Second World War, and was in part designed to ensure that the rights of individuals would be protected in a way that rights were not protected during the Second World War. As I mentioned, I believe UK lawyers or barristers were involved in drafting a fair amount of the ECHR, and so it would be a tragedy if a Conservative government was to be involved in withdrawing from the ECHR. As we've seen with Brexit, it's easy to get out of something, but it's quite difficult to see what you're going to replace it with. And in the case of Brexit, we can see that what's actually happened is it's cost people money. People are suddenly coming to realise that perhaps it wasn't such a good idea to get Brexit done. If we remove ourselves from the ECHR, and I can remember a time in immigration when there was not the protections afforded to individuals by the ECHR, and for example Article 8 cases simply weren't argued because Article 8 was not a part of UK law. Now we take it for granted that it is, and debate about how far it should go. What the government proposes is essentially to take it away and then start again with their own version of what family and private life must be. This must clearly be wrong, especially given the right-wing rhetoric that we hear. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope it's been of some use. Please do anything you can to oppose the government's plan. I think it's madness myself. Do stay safe. Please continue to watch my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you again. This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers.